I'm so glad we're here. It is 8 p.m. and on a day that felt like a fucking shit day. Not in any inherent sense, just like getting wrapped up into old timelines. Blessing this tea notion, Rue Boy, he's so good. It's so nourishing and warming. And if I knew I was going to come on here and talk about it, I would have gotten the bag. But super good and nourishing. Today, you are met with old patterning that is reminding you, is showing you where you have perceived limitations. These perceived limitations are just imprinted from your holding environment. These are beliefs, limiters you don't even know exist because you're sitting too close to the TV. You can't see past the box in front of you because you have your logical mind and your egoic mind, and then you have your intuitive and imagination and creativity. And it has to be the perfect yin and yang. And in that cycle of life, you have aurora borealis, you have the circle of life, you have photosynthesis, you have systems and operations in place to make things happen automatically. Our brains are in full, complete automation, just like what AI is doing. It is actually replicating consciousness outside of ourselves. So the reminder here is to be mindful what your consciousness is actually capable of. Your consciousness is capable of infinity. But we aren't accessing that because we are seeing too narrow. We're narrowed. We've got protective mechanisms and coping mechanisms. We have systems in place, but they're keeping you in a dull or a density. I was thinking about a conversation I wanted to have with someone, and I said, I think they're too dense, meaning that they're not going to understand the language in which I'm speaking, which I intend to be a fresh take on spirituality, a more, call him the layman, the verbiage to access more connections, more reciprocity, more receiving. And you have these old things and coming up, and you see them so clearly now because you're in this awareness. You're always kind of like a watcher, and I'm like, oh, why do I feel like this? Why am I shrinking? What's in my guts right now? And I saw my like animal just like, and then I can always tell because I work with clients a lot and I speak to them, and I can always tell when I start swearing, when I'm like, drop your ass. And I'm it's kind of funny because they like it. And I like it too. And yet sometimes it doesn't feel good in my body. Like I'm not playing. I'm not like giving them a little grr for fun. I'm like giving them grr because in my body, I am feeling like a what the fuck right now. Why do I feel threatened? Why do I feel unsafe? Why do I feel like my boundaries have been crossed? Why do I feel like I am out of integrity? Why do I feel anxious? Why do I want to eat uncontrollably? What is this appetite? What is this insatiability that I'm experiencing right now? And it made me just want to grab a pillow and go, woo! And like move on with my day. And it also feels like the reminder of, oh yeah, if this is your up level, if this is your villain era, if this is your rebel, if this is your standing up for yourself, if this is your crown moment, if this is where that scepter integrates within your beingness, then you're going to be met with those little final checks and balances and finals, as if we're in a schooling system and this is our final semester thesis. And you stay focused, keep your intention on the good. When that animal's coming, it is an animal. Think of her as a wild cub. Think of her as the dog that you want to obey you. Our children listen when we command with a sense of authority from a compassionate place, in understanding. The way that little tickle happens when I'm like, drop your ass to my client. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, there's that kind of command and authority over yourself has to come from a bit of I know what I'm working with and I'm going to protect it. But protecting it from an empowered place, not a wounded place. And we get these wounds from just that little laugh someone gave to you, or that comment they made to you, or the things you heard growing up in your holding environment, and other people's energy, imprinting. That's how my day started. I had a client kind of really just holding a lot of energy. And I was like, we just got to move this because this is heavy. And we stretch her out and move. She had just gotten back from, had a cold the beginning of the week. And her energy was so dense. I was like, oh, I got to clean this stuff up. This is messy, 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 messy. So we're going to transition into a moving practice here. Did I put a bow on that? I think the bow will come. That's kind of the idea of this, is that it's a continuing conversation while we move our body. And just enjoy your tea for a moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great Spirit. Thank you, highest vibration of my light. Thank you for allowing me to receive these little tests, these little pushes, these little challenges to firm my focus and my foundation, and really truly fortify from within my beingness to the sky, through the galaxies and the dimensions, so that I can remain balanced and on purpose, with intention, with a greater and higher good. That's really then the image that came in for me was, I don't want to operate at this frequency anymore. And I'm doing my best to mentally up level from it. Yet I see how quickly, how seamlessly my mind wants to go and find so I'm sitting in a little straddle here. Go and find the negative, or the part that might not be so logical, the part that might not make sense, and kind of dumb it down, doubt it. And what happens with our doubt is overpowering as such, because it's what we're used to. It's familiar, you see. And so with someone with a mind as mine, it sounds a bit like just like a mental checklist of all the things that didn't work out today. So we inspire you, I've got a bolster here, to find the Just roll down and then let your head drop, and maybe I have space. And then you can extend your arms overhead. And it doesn't start off like terribly mean or angry. It's just kind of like, oh, you didn't do that. Oh, we didn't do this. Oh, this is a mess. Oh, this is that. Oh, this is that. This is everything's ever so that. And to the point of like, my mind is never really praising me on anything. It's never like, bitch, you doing a good job. Bitch, you doing a good job. Bitch, you doing a good job. She's like, bitch, you ain't doing shit. You're not doing nothing. And then you're like, oh, okay, I'm not doing anything. Okay, well, why bother? If I'm already not doing anything, what do I need to change here? What's not working? Well, what's not working is my thoughts. If your thoughts are what's creating reality, the reality I keep my mental state, my mental frame keeps giving to me is that of, like unworthiness. Like my deep root wound is that I'm not worthy. Don't look at me. I don't want to be seen. But that's a wound because I do want to be seen. I talk about being seen. I visualize being seen. And then the action is incongruent with that vision. Again, your beliefs and your desires tethered together like two freight trains going in opposite directions. Okay, so you're reaching here so long. This is my right arm and my left leg out. And then we pull it in. And then inhale, reach it back. Can I go straight? Oh yeah, I got space. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, get long. Fill up the breath, fill up the ribs. And exhale. Good. Lower it on down. And exhale. Float the other leg up. Reach those arms up. And then it's going to be left arm, right leg. Get that reach. And then deepen through your belly. Lift from your pelvic floor. Pull that knee in. Reach it on up. Point that toe. Make it cute. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach. And exhale. So what to do from here? Now that you see the contrast, right? You see where your mind wants to make it all mean something. But if it's going in your default, it's making it mean shit because that's what you're used to. It's using the blueprint from before. But if you don't update your blueprint, it's going to go by the old programming. If you don't have tools and processes in place or a beautiful, brilliant mind that already works for you in that way, then that's what we need to create. We need to paint those pictures. We need to visualize that. We need to say, to the shit in your 3D reality, what you're dealing with, whatever your bank account says, whatever relationship you're in, whatever situationship, whatever email got sent, whatever email got read, whatever went unread, whoever's ghosting who. Before you get into any of that, you get to find an exhale that says, oh, you're taken care of. You're good. You get to use your imagination and dream. You get to create from your thought forms. you get to have that experience. And if you're creating by your thought forms, those thought forms better be good. And if unconsciously they're not good, then your environment is going to look exactly the way your thoughts are. I've got a kitty meowing. Samson, push it open, buddy. There you go. Come on. Come on. We're on camera. Yes, go. Keep pushing. Stretching and reaching. Inhale up. You can do it, buddy. And reach. So give yourself the space to vision, right? And when you're in the shit, it's hard. They make it hard, this density, this dense space, cloudy space. So I'm putting a vision out there. I'm getting out of LA. I'm getting out. The first thing that comes up is Vancouver. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's get the show or movie that brings me to Vancouver. That sounds amazing. I want some fresh air, cold, but amazing. I want an experience. I want an experience. And that feels like a fun one. I want a little break. I'll come back. I want a little break from LA. It's a bit much right now. I don't want it. And the secret is feeling. So it's important that you're making yourself feel good and feel as though you already have it. Because if you're asking from without, it doesn't know what to do. There's no direction. There's no force. There's no energy in it, or it's misdirected, or it's not, there's no authority behind it. Well, is this what you want? Tell us what you want. Tell us what you want. Be careful what you wish for, they say. Be careful what you think of, bro. Just the thoughts that go in your mind are asinine and arbitrary and are in a construct that you created, and then you play by the rules of your own game. Meanwhile, you can kind of drop your game or just own the game as you being the creator of the game. And so I just feel this little test is just like the mind being like, are you sure? You sure you want it? You sure you want to be seen? I'm like, yes. Yes, I do. Are you sure you want that thing? Yes. Can you get it? Yeah. Are you worthy of it? Fuck yeah. And if you feel like any of those is a no, then you got to find some things you like about yourself. And that can be hard. It can be real hard. Especially when the illusion around you looks like shapoopy. Does it look like shapoopy? Because if it looks like shapoopy, It came from your shapoopy brain. You made it up. So I recommend for all of us, henceforth, think focused thoughts with faith that the wish has already been fulfilled, with the authority and the command that you are worth it and it is already yours, from your lips to God's ears, to spirit, to universal power, to great spirit, to source, to anybody who's the greater allness, the highest vibration of light, the highest frequency accessible to rise above in the amazement of how delicious and how nourishing and how abundant and vast this space is. We have the ability to create, and it comes from the thoughts from within. It comes from this vessel, this being. And when your mind gets involved and has all these rules and is guiding you into this energy that is a little frayed, you have to come back and gather the thoughts and recommand, harness, coming back to this animal. Like, you want this animal to settle down. Well, sit and stay. Just allow the thoughts to pass through. Listening. What do you hear? What's the chatter saying? Where is it running to? What's it chasing? What's it after? Is it in your favor? Is it on your side? Is it for you? Is it with you? Just witness. It's on a hamster wheel. It's too close to the TV screen. It needs to sit, stay in this moment, at this time, in this space, to examine the perfection of your ability to create when you pause. Allow the surrender, the space, the abandon to giving yourself space the liminal wave that is traveling between you and everything on your path. And along this path, you'll have journeys. Journeys are solo missions, missions for growth, missions for collapsing timelines, for expansion, for knowledge, for wisdom, for light, for curiosity, enjoying the full aperture of emotions, getting to be a detective, having these unique experiences that are guided by you into the confines of your own imaginings. And hence, it is just a dream, a movie. You're living your movie by your thoughts. You don't know it because you're in it. The same way you can't touch your middle finger with your middle finger. A knife can't cut itself. The eye can't perceive the eye. You can't perceive the I within you. Or you can. But from an observer, introspective place. The adventure. The adventure is with soul family, partners, relationships, community, togetherness. Adventures are those you take with friends and family and loved ones. And so you're on this path and you'll have the journey, the solo life and death, the up, the down, the flow, the grow, the eliminating, the erasing, the eradicating of all that was before that is clogging your consciousness. Daily, we need a consciousness flush. Consciousness flush. Maybe I'll make videos of that. Remind me, we need videos of the consciousness flush. You just clear the energy from the day and you renew your day as though you won, as though you beat the day. You owned the day was yours. It is your creation that this day went the way it did and it was perfectly aligned for you. And if you're like, no, it's kind of, well, then dream a new dream and dream about the day that you won. And see that when the adversity comes up and you're getting a little shook, you're feeling a little involved in the 3D world, a little in the world and being of it instead of just in it but not of it, being on the outside of it. Just breathe into the expansion. Know that this is your journey to clear the generational cellular imprints from history, all of history, from the witches to the natives to the star beings to the multi-dimensional verses of incarnations that you can be in. The cellular memory carries on in the infinite. Energy is never created or destroyed, it just exists. Every atom creating a vibration, you observe it, the proton collapses into matter. Your matter. This matter. And this. And this. And this. With focused command, authority, conviction, and love. Gratitude for having the experience that you designed with your perceived beliefs. Good nor bad, who's to say? But what movie are you watching? What movie are you acting in? What story did you want to tell? Tell the one where you're the main character and you get to have exactly the life that you design. So get specific, be deliberate, and be generous to your dream. Be generous to the possibility of potential and fulfillment, because it is. You can have it all. It is all for you. It is all for you. All for you. All for you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Welcome. I'm Ashley Inspires. I just do whatever the heck I want. I've got crystal meth in my hands. Crystals, beautiful crystals in my hand. I had some quartz and I had an audition that I went to. So I just wanted a little something. Little witchy biz in my shit. Yeah. Mean, bruh. You know what I mean, bruh? Okay. No, I'm just having fun. I love you.